Right. So, I mean, you are a student here at IU University, or IU, the way you'd call it. So, what is, what are the best attributes you can say about IU so far?
I think I think Indiana University is a nice university, especially because I have seen diversity and I have seen inclusion here. When I first came to teach Swahili, I had never gone outside Tanzania. I had never traveled beyond the border of Tanzania or the borders of Tanzania. But by coming here, I think Indiana University brought a difference to my expectations that I had before.
Yeah.
I found they offer multiple, classes
A
on
diverse curriculum.
the diverse curriculum, and I think even the professors also come from different disciplines and also different backgrounds. So that has been a very great experience for me, and especially in the folklore department, for example, our professors are working from different parts of the world, and that has given me much experience about the field itself and also the topic.
You talk of dreams, and you mentioned the word dream many times, and that reminds me, you've written a book. You published a book, so to speak.
Yes, actually 2 books.
You published 2 books.
Yes.
Viewers, Twalha Abbass is a PhD student, and he has published 2 books. What are the titles of the books?
So my first book was published for the first time in 2017.
2017.
Yes, I was still a third year bachelor's student. How do you call that? Third year
During the undergraduate
yes,
student.
in Tanzania.
So you published your first book before you got your first degree?
Yes, actually, yeah. I was in the course of doing my first degree, and that's how I published the book. I have the copy here.
You have a copy here?
Yes, Kilio cha Mfamaji. Yeah, this is...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a Swahili novel. Yeah, and the title means the drowned's cry. So like somebody drowning in the water, and they are crying at the same time. So.
Kilio cha Mfamaji. So cries of a drowning person.
Yes, exactly.
What is the book about? I mean, it says Kilio cha Mfamaji.
Yeah.
So, is it literally about the cries of somebody drowning, or is it a figurative language to describe something?
At some point, I've come to learn in the course of like studying and writing that it's hard for the author to talk about their book and especially what it's about. This question has been really hard for me to answer.
Yeah.
Because at the time of writing, you have these ideas that come to you, and at some point later, when you go back to what you have written and somebody asks you to talk about it, you kind of like you have 2 people living in one. This one person is writing and another person in you is reading what you have written before.
Okay.
But yeah, to answer your question, Kilio cha Mfamaji, when I was writing it, I was thinking about the life I grew up in, or the life I saw people living in when I grew up in Tanzania. So it's talking about this young man who has very big dreams, but he does not have enough income, he does not have enough resources. And also this person does not have access to education because of circumstances that are caused by socio-political situations in the country and in the surrounding places. So because of that, he had to give up on his dreams. He had to let them go, although he had these expectations. But along the way, he meets this young lady who actually has resources and has everything. And on her side, she's able to find her dreams and reach them, and actually live the life she desires.
Wow.
And this person, our guy, falls in love with this woman, young woman. but also this process of falling in love and, you know, achieving that actually is the drama that comes in the book.
Oh, wow.
So the drama that it's like the struggle between the two economic status in the country. So that's like the metaphorical representation of that. And I don't know if it's okay to talk about it, but I think somebody who reads this and expects to find like a happy ending, it does not have that. Like,
so let them go find out for themselves.
I think that will be much better.
Yeah, because like you say, like the author's ideas.
Yeah.
You know, the book is always, you know, as the author's ideas are greater and have, you know, a different perspective depending on the person reading it.
And sometimes the readers have the best interpretation of the book than even the author. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Kilio cha Mfamaji, Cries of a Drowning Person, is the title of the book. So where can they find the book if they want to buy it?
Now, there is a story behind that. This summer is the time that the summer of 2024 is when I wanted to place my book on digital platforms. But for some reason, it was not possible because of the language.
Swahili.
This book is the Swahili language, and most of the digital platforms that are big, that we know, where we can sell our books, they do not recognize Swahili as one of the languages of their priority.
So it's a marketing issue.
It's a marketing issue.
Yeah,
and that's when I think it's a challenge to us, both the writers, but also the stakeholders of literature in Africa. We need to know that there is a gap in African language literature, right? From the books that are available to the platforms where the writers, especially we young writers, where we can publish our materials. Yeah, so I couldn't publish it. So I'm working with Chaukidu. This is an organization for Kiswahili development. So I'm working with that, and they gave me some directions on how to make it public, but it's going to be a different direction than the one that I thought I would use, the self-publishing.
In short, you chose not to drown. You chose to live your dream.
There is no drowning.
You chose to write an African story.
Yes.
We are telling our own stories through a book.
Exactly.
Amazing. How amazing is that? You have a second book.
Yes. My second book, I started writing it originally in 2016.
2016?
Yes. I was a university student at the University of Dar es Salaam, and it was an election day. The internal election day at the university, we were like electing our student organization leaders, and that was my first time to engage in the university politics. And I participated by voting for the people I liked, but in that whole process, the people I elected for did not win, and so that gave me some form of, like, you know, nostalgia, and I didn't feel good, as anybody could not feel if somebody they wanted to win did not win. So I came up with the idea of writing down what I thought, but in the course of writing it down, I decided to put it in a fiction way. And so I changed the characters, I changed the whole real story, and brought up many other social aspects that I was thinking about at the time. So that book is called, The Cost of Dreams.
So The Cost of Dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yes. So, I mean, you've already published 2 books already. So, like you say, I mean, it's like you are telling the story about the socioeconomic situation and the journeys of, you know, the plight of the youth and the people in Africa, sort of? Not exactly.
No, I think you are right, because the story in this, actually this is not more of a short story than a novel.
Oh, it's a short story.
Yeah, it's The Cost of Dreams, a short story.
Oh, The Cost of Dreams, a short story.
Yes, and you know, at the age of between, I think, 17 years of age all the way to 25 is the time when young people have a lot of questions. And so I, like those people, was at that age where I had a lot of questions about myself, about my life, my future, and also my present and my